We're live. Yes, flipping YouTube. I know bloody Hangout is leaving on the August 1st, man. Okay, chill, man. The hell. All right. So I know what you'd want me to start off talking about, but we're not going to really discuss that fully because we have other things on the docket. But just to say, my review is coming, and I want my review to come out first. And then maybe on another show we'll address everything because I feel that let the review come out first. Oh, I get it. Lost to an island. I get it. Understand. They have 20 million people that live on that flipping island. I know. Understand. I get it. Just chill, relax. We'll get to that, but we have a lot to discuss on this show because on this show we're going to discuss Peru. We're going to have a Copa America review of the quarterfinals. We'll have to have a preview of the semis. We're going to now have to have a recap of what has happened in the Afcon so far, who we think are the strongest teams, looking at the Afcon moving forward. And we're going to talk latest on Neymar. Also look ahead at some of the transfer talks. We're hearing about Zaha. Apparently, the list is going to be announced on Monday. Is it Rodri is going to be announced on Monday for Man City as well? So we'll look at the transfer tip and look at how that whole thing is shaping up. But address AC Milan because I'm hearing conflicting reports. Someone told me that Milan are poor and they can't afford to be in the Europa League.
No.
Hazem, you're saying that's for. Don't worry, we'll get there. Don't worry, we'll address that. Don't worry, we'll address it. Don't worry. Many things.
Lampard.
So let me start things off now. Copa America. Let's look. This is the biggest news. Peru beats Uruguay on penalties. The Cannibal missed his penalty, and Peru will now be playing in the semifinals. Now, I believe that that Chile are using white magic. They're using white magic and juju. But putting that to one side, let's just put this out there. Do people feel that Peru could do something special and somehow win this Copa America title? Let me start first with Abdullahi. Do you think Peru can go all the way and win the Copa America?
With the way I see them playing, it's a possibility. We can't rule any team out for now.
I don't know. No, it's a yes or a no. I don't want a possibility. Yes or a no. Yes or no. Can they win it or no?
I'm not sure yet. No.
So why don't you think that can win it based on? Don't you think that they may have some kind of magic or special juice within them that can take them all the way? Or do you feel that Chile will beat them or they will lose in the final?
I believe Chile have the power to beat them. Chile have done it before. They've done it twice before. So I believe Chile can do it again.
We're gonna get to Chile. Don't worry, we're gonna get to Chile. Ahmed, can Peru go all the way, or will they be stopped in the semis?
No, they're gonna get stopped by Chile.
Why do you say that? Why don't you think that they could hold Chile and beat them on penalties as well? Because remember, Uruguay beats Chile. Uruguay beat Chile. So why don't you think that they can't beat Uruguay?
Yeah, but Chile's different in the semifinals.
Chile.
Because Chile's different in the semifinals and in the group stage. I think Chile's going to step up. They have the experience. They won it the last 2 times, and I think they're definitely going to be able to have a really good game against Peru.
Okay, well, they won it the last 2 times. If they win it three times, docked in South America. Jujuman, Peru. Do they have the match? Easy, Jujuman. You always a bit too tense. Just take a breath, man. And do Peru have the magic? Yes or no?
Peru are not touching that cup. They're not touching it. First of all, Chile are in the final. The reason why Peru are not touching, Uruguay had 2 disallowed goals.
Wait. So, Jujuman, sorry. Before you finish, I think I remember you saying, I think this was back in 2015. I have a very good memory. Yeah. You saying that Chile are irrelevant. I remember the exact words, and we all know how that ended up, but please carry on.
I didn't expect Argentina to flop. But what's it called? It's Chile are going to the final. The one thing I would like to say is whoever said Alexis Sanchez is brain dead was correct. I saw the game against the game they just played against Colombia, and there were places where Alexis Sanchez should have just had a simple through ball. He could have made great passes, but he keeps holding the ball too long. I see why this guy has declined, because he keeps holding the ball too long, goes nowhere in circles, and he's just wasteful. So
But he's played a lot better this Copa America than he has for United.
yeah,
Let's be real.
True, but it's true. But I think what you call, I know Chile are going to the final and they're going to lose there, because it's just they just what's it called? They're all right. They're all right. They're all right.
All right. Okay. Dada here. Can Peru do some magic over Chile?
To be honest with you, I don't think they have a chance. I know it's weird to say that because they're in the semi-final, but I saw some of their group games, and the only team they really beat was Bolivia, who were obviously the worst team in Group A, and also I think Peru don't have enough quality like in the final third. Obviously, Farfan, Guerrero, players like that who were so important for them like in the past are now on the wrong side of like their careers, so they're not really in their prime. And Chile, for me, they've obviously won back-to-back Copa Americas, and I just find it really difficult to see how Chile are going to miss the opportunity to reach the final. And even if Peru cause an upset, I still think Brazil or Argentina will be too much for Peru, to be fair with you.
Okay. Hazem.
Yeah, man. Look, man. Peru would be a great story to reach the final, but I don't see it happening. I see them giving a good fight, because against Uruguay they didn't really have the best game. They had 0 shots on target. They were trying to they had some spells in the game where they were actually dominating, but they just don't have the final finisher or the final guy who can just be decisive in such
But
a
can't
big
they
match.
hold Chile to a 0-0 penalties and
That's the
beat them
thing.
penalties?
That's a possibility. They can hold it to penalties. But the thing with Chile is, if you saw their penalties against Colombia, these guys know how to take penalties. These guys are like, wow.
No,
had amazing
scary,
penalties.
scary. Those penalties were flipping perfection. Scary.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I can see it going to penalties, but even if it goes to penalties, I'm sorry, but I just see the Chile penalty takers just being better. But anything can happen. But I'm saying that Chile, even if it goes throughout the game, my prediction is that it's not going to go to penalties. Chile is going to win 1-0 because despite Uruguay having Cavani and Suarez, I feel like Chile is going to be more dangerous against Peru, and they're going to be more aggressive, and because they're going to really want that final. And I think they have a lot of confidence in themselves now after that Colombia game. So I really see Chile reaching the final. But after that, we'll see about that. But yeah, so Peru, they can take it to penalties, but I don't see them going through.
All right, so before I go to Muntaha, just very briefly. So, super chats from Original Base Annie. Thank you for the super chats, bro. Thank you for supporting the channel. He said Sanchez and Chile are going to do the triple. Original Base, I'm going to get to that. Don't worry, because I've got something to say about it. I've got something to say about that. But hold that thought. I am going to come back to that in the next segment. But Muntaha, Peru, can they do it over Chile?
Bro, it's like supposedly in 90 minutes somehow if Peru score and they're fortunate, then it's possible. But I cannot see that happening against Chile, to be honest.
Bro, why can't you have hope and why not?
Nah, bro, let me be honest with you, man. Chile knows how to play in this tournament, Even they knows how to take penalties, bro. If you see last two, Copa Americas, they won on the basis of penalties, bro. These guys are literally they play 90 minutes on the penalty shootout. To be honest, bro, I cannot see that. On top of that, I just want to mention some of the Uruguay over here, bro. Bro, I expected Uruguay to win this, flipping tournament.
What happened,
bro.
man?
But,
what happened?
Nah, but I'll blame for this tournament again to Luis Suarez, bro. The reason is for that, bro. If you see all the penalty specialists for Uruguay, they all were the penalty specialists. They know how to take penalties. Christian Suani for Girona, then Edison Cavani for PSG. Or even Lucas Torreira. Man, Luis Suarez was for me, I believe that. I was so pissed off, to be honest, when I saw what kind of penalty was that, bro. Look, I give credit to the goalkeeper for saving that, but no, man, you have to blame Luis Suarez for that. And you know what? It's karma, bro. At the end of the day. So yeah, man, I cannot.
So you're saying the cannibal should retire?
For me, I think so, man. It's high time, bro. At least to think about it, bro. Like, switch to another clubs or, go somewhere else, bro, instead of wasting time.
When I said retire, I said don't switch. Do you think he should stop playing football totally, or he should just move to a road team?
Move to any team, any other, like tier 2 or tier 3 team, bro. It's now time, for you to move. Yep.
Okay, all right. So, guys, please, man, anybody that's doing stuff in the background, mute your mic. If you're doing stuff because everything picks us up, mute your flipping mic, man. Nobody needs to hear you doing stuff in the background. All right. Hardcore Milanista and Peru, do they have the chance?
First, let me say this. Luis Suarez's new name is called Ares. That's his new name.
Oh, and also very briefly, Hardcore Milanista, it is very rude of you to eat while you're talking about your country, Ghana. I saw your video. Don't eat while you're talking. Carry on.
Okay. Yeah. So his new name is Ares. Suarez has been a bum for the past 3 or 4 years, and he's overrated and he's trash. Trash Ares is his second name. So I think Peru is not going anywhere. I'm just being honest here. Chile is like the Real Madrid of the Copa America, and we just know how to, go far in this competition.
So you're saying that Peru have no chance of beating Chile in a semi-final when you know that anything can happen? You're saying they have no chance whatsoever?
They have a slight chance, but I just don't see it, because I feel like experience is gonna tell. You get what I'm saying? And that's the problem. When experience tells, sometimes it can outweigh the overall hype. So yeah.
Okay. But all I'll say is that for me, experience is highly, highly, highly overrated. Rahimski, Peru, can they do it over Chile?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's a Clasico in both semis. Obviously, Chile and Peru hate each other. What Peru offers is they offer speed, and they're not as methodical as Chile, though. Chile is very methodical, plays slowly, which is why Chile was able to dismantle a team like Colombia, because Colombia have very slow players on the flanks. They have Tolisso, they have Medina Martinez, and the only good one with pace is Cuadrado, and he plays inside more often. And James has never been the speedy type to begin with, and Falcao is just weak at the top. So
Falcao's trash. He's trash.
He's trash. Trash. He is trash. You're right.
Thank you.
If you have a slower team, Chile will just prevail. Like Chile would destroy Argentina, but if you have teams like Brazil and Peru that play with a little more pace on the flanks, I think it's possible to dismantle a team like Chile, especially with VAR. Yeah, because keep in mind.
If dismantle is a very strong word, bro. That's a very strong word.
So the reason I'm saying dismantle, Chile play very well. They're very methodical. They play slow. They play correctly. But the way to disrupt that is by just constantly bombarding them on the flanks. And the only two teams I can see doing that are Peru and Brazil.
Wait. So you're saying that Chile plays slow?
Yeah, they do. They play very methodical. If you noticed versus Colombia, they play. It's never
one of game,
bro. But like I don't know. Maybe I saw the wrong game.
Yeah. No.
It's slow, bro.
I think
okay. So let me clarify this. They have pace on the team, but overall, from a footballing perspective, how the team plays, sure, they have some players with pace, but overall, they're very methodical. They'll defend when they need to. They'll attack when they need to. They don't take a lot of risks. This Chile team, probably the best team overall in this Copa in terms of football play style. And how you beat that is you disrupt their play style. You take that away from them by constantly bombarding them. And I feel like Brazil would be a terrible matchup for them. But I think Peru don't have enough to beat this Chile team, but they can definitely cause problems because at the end of the day, VAR is in place. As much as I hate it, because I feel like it's ruined the flow of this tournament.
Oh, for sure. No. VAR has been there. Crap in this Copa America.
Right. So it's always possible for Peru to get a result, but it's very, very unlikely in my opinion.
Saswats, write us out. Can Peru do something, bro?
No. It was definitely a one-off against Uruguay. Obviously, what I said is kind of like correct about Peru because Peru actually attacked from the flanks. But still Chile has still have that physicality and they have the mentality in the semifinals in the knockout stages. So that was a totally one off against Uruguay. And Uruguay, the main thing was Uruguay took them very lightly. So yeah, I don't think it will be definitely be a close game, 1-0 or 1-1. And if it goes to penalties, I mean, I agree with Hazem. Chile never miss in a penalties. 2015, 15 and 16, yeah, they never lose on penalties. So I think it's Chile's year, but we'll get to that in the next topic. Yeah,
Okay. Um,
I don't think.
before we go to the big one, and it is a big one. I'm preparing. I'm going to do a massive, huge meal for Tuesday night's blockbuster. Chile. I've been impressed. I thought Sanchez was a loser. I was about to retire him. I was about to give him permanent residency in the Brick Academy because I thought the guy was just trash and he should hang up his boots. I've been very impressed by what he's done, and this is what you call a golden generation. This is what you call a flipping golden generation because not only did these guys win back to back, they have 2 trophies ever back to back. There's a strong chance they could make 3 finals in a row, which I think is flipping insane. So my thing is this. Just going to put it out there. If Chile win this Copa America 3 times in a row, where would they rank as far as golden generation? Because you may look at the French golden generation, Spain's golden generation, you look at all those guys. Where would this rank as far as golden generations be? And what would that say about South America? Start first with Abdullahi.
I could say for me to rank them as the golden generation right now, with their Copa American stuff, it's difficult.
Rank.
Let me say top 5 right now.
Okay, if you say top 5, what position? If you say top 5, what position? 5, 4, 3, 2, or 1?
I hope they've done it 1, 2. And if they can do it again for the 3rd time, we have no choice than to give them maybe the 2nd or the 3rd position. We have no choice.
Okay, so if you say 2nd or 3rd, who do you place above them? Which golden generation do you place?
You mean in Copa America? Is it in Copa America or where?
Wait. Whose phone is buzzing? Bro, please don't. If you're using a phone or something, mute yourself so no one hears. So you say you're going to put them 2nd or 3rd. If you put them 2nd or 3rd, what golden generation do you then put ahead of them?
Wow, I would say I still rank Brazil ahead of them.
Okay. But what I would say though, would I call the plan? See, for me, when I say golden generations, I look at what's Spain. That's a golden generation. I look at this Belgium side now. This is a golden generation. I look at, even if they didn't win anything, England and France. The thing with Brazil is that you can never call them a golden generation because Brazil will always produce. See, golden generations are countries who are not known to continually produce teams, have this special team that they have produced because they don't produce amazing teams. So, for instance, Germany, Holland, Brazil, Italy, they can't really have golden generations. So only teams like a Chile, a Belgium, a France can have golden generations. So if you're saying Brazil, but cool, that's fine. I just wouldn't count them as a golden generation. So let's move on to Ahmed. Oh, wait, and KO Khalid, you didn't send any message, but thank you very much for your super chat donation. Thank you very much. Bro, please, can someone tell me whose phone is buzzing? I'm begging you. Whose phone is buzzing?
I think it's
Remove
Abdullahi.
that guy.
It's mine.
Okay, no, bro. Look, don't. I'm gonna have to mute you because I think when you're not speaking, I'll mute you. So, but when you don't speak, then I'll then unmute you because if your phone is buzzing, it's gonna cause disturbances. Ahmed, Chile, if they win 3 in a row, where do you rank them as a golden generation?
If they win 3 in a row, it has to be top 5. I don't think they will win 3 in a row, but if they do, it has to be top 5, like right up there with.
If it's top
Spain.
5, what position in? Guys, don't just give me what position in top 5 then.
I would say 3rd, depending, because I don't know Belgium right now depends on what they can do. So without that, I can't really think of that many generations that would top it. But I'm sure Spain, that's one that would top it.
Okay. Okay.
France
So,
would top it.
you're saying even if they win 3 in a row, you would still put the Spain golden generation ahead of them.
Yeah, Spain won 2 Euros and a World Cup. They would have won 3 Copa
Okay.
Americas. So
Okay.
that makes it
That's
much
okay.
better.
That is big. That is big. I mean, so how did people allow Spain to win 3 trophies in a row? But look, that's a conversation for another day. That's okay. That's fair. Jujuman, Chile, if they win 3 in a row, where do we rank them?
Maybe sixth.
What the hell?
Look, Egypt won 3 in a
Always
row.
have to be difference, man.
No. Egypt won 3 in a row. I ranked them the same as Egypt.
Jujuman,
These
don't.
guys didn't even touch.
Jujuman, don't.
No.
Don't.
Look,
But
they didn't make the
I just
World
want to
Cup.
add. I just want to
They
add.
didn't make
Egypt
the
didn't
World
make
Cup.
the World Cup though until
Yeah.
last year.
Yeah, but I see Chile didn't make the World Cup too. I was like,
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
and who did they face in the
So,
final?
wait,
They
wait.
went to
Jujuman, let me
penalty.
ask you, you're telling me that the quality in the Nations Cup is better than the quality in Copa America?
It's not that far. It's not that far.
I think this year
I mean,
the
it's-
Nations Cup is better.
Yeah, it's not that far.
Yeah.
Plus, with the African Cup of Nations, I mean, a lot of players, some of the players play for top clubs in Europe, so it's not that far. I mean,
Okay.
overall,
So you're saying that if Chile win 3 Copa America titles in a row, with Brazil, Colombia, Uruguay in there, you would still put an Egypt 3 in a row ahead of them.
yeah, Egypt with Abu Trika, we'll put this equal with them because first of all, Chile. I know this sounds. I'm not hating, but look who they faced. They faced Argentina. Like, is a decent Argentina. It's not that good. And then the fact that they didn't even make the World Cup. I mean, how can you be golden and you can't even make a World Cup? I mean, what's the team that made Peru made Paraguay made it in front of Chile? Like, I mean, you can't rate them that highly because it's like they still flaws. Like the World Cup, they didn't qualify. And I look at this team, and I don't think they're going to win this Copa because it's just the I mean,
Wait. You say this. See, obviously, we'll probably get to the final on everything, but let me just say this very quickly. If Chile meets Argentina, they're beating Argentina. If
No, they
Chile meets
won't.
Brazil, okay, I say Brazil will beat them.
I
no,
agree,
Chile are
yeah.
not touching this cup. Like, I'm telling you, because
Okay.
look, if you want to look at the team, they like Vidal does all the majority of the heavy lifting in that midfield. The guy is short tempered. It's easy to get under his skin. And Alexis Sanchez, I mean, he's been better than his season with United, but he's still wasteful. And like he's not like. I mean, he's not. He's not that like really. He's good, but he's not that like in the top.
He's been
So
playing well.
this
You're
team-
hating, Jujuman. You're hating.
no, yeah, but yeah, I acknowledge that he played well, but I saw the last game and he's still wasteful. He's not like
All right. fair. So 6th for you. 6th.
yeah,
Interest.
six.
Yes, yeah, and I know you said bloody 6, man. Okay. Here. If they win 3 in a row, where would they rank?
So if Chile win 3 in a row, I think for me they would be in the top 5, but maybe 4th or 5th because it would be unfair to put them above Spain. For me, Spain won the World Cup. France won the World Cup. So definitely not those two. But there's a good argument to be had that they can be put above Belgium because, yes, if you look at the squads, Belgium, like man for man, arguably have better players in most positions. But Belgium didn't win anything, didn't have anything to show for it. So I would rank Chile above Belgium. I would also rank them above Egypt, but not France and Spain.
How about Croatia?
Yeah, definitely above Croatia because winning 3 Copas in a row. I mean, they're already above Croatia now because winning back-to-back Copas isn't even easy. But I think this year, if they win it, it wouldn't have been as impressive as, let's say, 2016 and 2015. But it's still a great achievement for Chile because they didn't make the World Cup last year, and we thought at the time that the squad was declining and that they were going downhill. So for them to bounce back and win another Copa, that would be special. But I think we can't put them above Spain for obvious reasons. France as well. I think France as well because we have to give France the benefit of the doubt because they won the World Cup. So I would say maybe 3rd or 4th.
How about Germany?
Okay, Jujuman, man.
We're not counting Germany.
You're going through the whole every bloody country. All right.
Yeah, we're not counting Germany.
Yeah, no. You can't contemplate Germany. Hazem.
Yeah, HS, bro. Like, first of all, the golden generation means a team who don't have a
Yeah.
history of.
Oh,
Thank
Exactly.
you
Yeah.
so much.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I didn't
Can we
want to.
please
That's why I
Yeah.
didn't want to
defend
include
this?
Germany.
So in a sense, at that time in '98, France have like great players, but they don't have that great history in terms of winning the trophies and the World Cup thing. So I consider France as a golden generation '98 team for France. Then Spain, like from 2008 till 2000 and I mean 12. Oh my God, that's like brilliant achievement, bro.
Yeah. I think
So
that's one. Yeah.
yeah, I think so. The first is goes for Spain, bro, easily, man. Second for France, Belgium. Look, man, Belgium's squad is so good, man. Like even Kevin De Bruyne, like so,
Haven't won
Lukaku.
anything, bro. One
Yeah,
more.
but in terms of trophies, yeah, they didn't win anything. Egypt is impressive as well. Abu Tarek, like 3 trophies. Yeah, oh
Zidane.
my God. Yeah, Mohamed Zidane as well, and then yeah, man. So like, man, like for me, I think so. What I have witnessed from this Chile team, and I think so, I'll put Chile on the third spot. If they win the third time, this time I mean the Copa America, I think so they're deserving for the third spot. But HH, but I just want to ask you one more question
Yeah, go.
regarding this golden generation. Do you consider '88 Netherlands team as a golden generation team?
They're a small country.
With Van
No,
Basten.
no, I wouldn't, because Holland always produced talent. So my thing about golden generation is that this is the caveat. It has to be of a nation that doesn't produce, not produce. I see France.
So how is Spain?
Bro, wait. But, like before '88, like there was like few Netherlands players, like there was, but that wasn't like a Brazil. It wasn't like a
or
fucking
Cruyff
Italy,
era.
or it wasn't.
Like, so basically, you had the Cruyff era, you had the
Yeah.
Gullit, Rijkaard, Van Basten era, you
That's
had
'88,
the
right? Yeah.
Kluivert, Dennis Beckham era. So you've had many eras. Like,
Yeah.
basically,
Schneider, Robben era.
Chile
Well,
will never have a generation. That's why it's called golden, because it's so special.
So
Once
Yeah,
also-
I agree then. Yep,
Chile
yep,
will
yep.
never have this group probably for the next 20, 30 years.
Can I
That's
go?
why it's golden. That's because it's special.
Yeah, so for me that third spot easily, man. Like 3 in a row, and what I have witnessed, yep, man.
It's the same
Can I
double-edged
Can
sword.
I go
wait,
next?
I
My
don't-
mic was muted.
I have to push back with France, because look at the French team we have now. So in just 15, 20 years, they've produced another squad that is pretty much almost as good as them, that has locked down a World Cup and could very easily win another Euros. So can we really call the Zidane team a golden generation?
Bro.
How would you say that about
But you're
England?
forgetting about you're forgetting about Portugal as well.
Yep.
You see, yes. That team in 2000 was a golden generation, 100%. That was a golden generation. Yes, that was a golden generation. That team in 2000 was a golden generation. That obviously didn't get it done. 100% they were a golden generation. All right, yeah, Hassan.
Can I go? Yeah. So you mean like kind of teams that don't produce talent? So obviously Spain has to be first. But although Spain, yeah, I guess before 2008, they weren't really known for producing the most talents.
Well, but that team in 2002, if not for the referee, that was
that's
a damn
true.
good
Oh
team.
my God, yeah, I forgot the Italy and Spain games. Yeah.
Yeah.
But okay, so after Spain, I'll put I think Hungary 54 deserves a good shot when they reached World Cup final. I think just because of how much of an underdog they were,
Okay.
and with led by Puskas, I think that deserves a good shot. They won 54. Sorry, they came 54 final and won Olympics. And after that, I have to put. Could you say Greece 2004?
No.
Bro.
Nah, I'll put Chile. If you say only teams that don't really produce talent, Chile. I could put Chile in top 3, number 3.
Okay.
Unless something's slipping my mind, yeah.
Okay, so you're putting Hungary and Spain ahead of them, or France and
Yeah, Hungary and Spain.
Okay, all right, hardcore. And on hardcore, please don't make this 5 hours. Just try to make this.
I'll just say, I think, Brazil to me is number 1.
Bro, they don't count as a golden generation because they continually always produce talent. Golden generation is for a nation that isn't known for producing great talents. It's a unique period of time.
Oh, okay. Then I would say like someone like Uh, Spain.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
But the thing about Spain is, for me, I don't, because I feel like they've always had good players in their team.
They never had a squad of quality. That's my thing.
Quality. Okay. Number two, I think it's gonna be, maybe I would say Croatia. Would you put Croatia in there?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Croatia,
That's a
because
good one.
I just feel like they've built a team that can play for like the next 4 or
Okay.
5
Okay.
years.
So, what position are you putting Chile then?
I'm putting Chile in number 3. I think this is the best achievement of a national team that could ever be, because I look at this Chile team, right? They don't have world-class superstar players, but they managed to win 3 Copa Americas. That's a way bigger achievement than, I think, Spain winning um the Euros 2 times. You know what I'm trying to, because that Spain '08 and 2012 team, they were already quality world class players before they started playing for Spain. You get what I'm saying? And with this Chile team, there was no known world class player in there. Like, it was only Arturo Vidal, Sanchez.
Sanchez was world class in 15. Like he was good, really great player. How can
No,
you
no,
say that?
no,
Like
no,
Sanchez.
no, 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 no. What I'm saying is, in 2015, 2016, 20 and now, nobody expected Chile, right, to go this far, because look, the quality of play, if you compare Spain to Chile, right?
Okay. Wait. Okay. Look, hardcore. Just so you're putting where Chile?
Just
You're putting
quickly,
third.
yes.
Yeah, but I just want to just keep it simple.
Okay.
This is what I'm saying. Spain and Chile, right? If you compare Spain has a way much better world-class talented batch of players than Chile does.
That's
Chile
it.
don't have that.
See now, that is a fair comment
Yeah,
because
that's what I'm saying.
no.
So that's an
Because I
amazing
think
achievement to win 3
yeah,
Copa
you know,
America.
basically, I think it's fair. And look, thank you. We'll go to South, but I think one of the hardcore is making that what Spain did is amazing, but Torres was considered a world-class player. For me, it was considered a world-class player. People call Xavi one of the best midfielders of the generation. People say Iniesta was one of the best midfielders overall of the
David
generation.
Villa.
There's no one on this Chile team that anybody you could just say this guy is one of the best players. Even Sanchez at his peak wasn't as well regarded or as well lauded as a Torres, a David Villa, a Xavi, or an Iniesta, or a Ramos, or
exactly.
So or
Casillas.
an Ike Casillas. What? Bravo? Who the hell is that? All right, Sasa, where would you rank Chile?
Yeah, it's about terms. Okay, this Chile team will probably go down as the best, maybe the best Copa America team of like all time. But they are not the golden generation. But just think about it. Every golden generation that we have mentioned have done something in the World Cup. This Chile team hasn't done anything in the World Cup. Okay, even if with the
There's
most
still a golden
inferior
generation.
teams,
Because they're not a golden generation.
yeah. No. I'll obviously call them the golden generation, but they're the golden generation of Copa America. I'll give you another analogy. Manchester City. Manchester City will probably go down as the best Premier League team of all time, but they haven't done anything in the world stage, that is the UCL,
You
can rate them.
Because clubs can
I know.
whatever they want. The whole point of a generation, it can only be applied to countries because that's just people who are just born unluckily. They're now born into a country you have. Clubs, you can buy whoever the hell you want. So golden generation never counts for clubs, no.
Yeah, I get your point, but this is me talking about the golden because everyone is mentioning this golden generation. Every of those golden generation have done something in the World Cup. For me personally, in my opinion, Chile cannot be rated as a top tier in those lists because they haven't done anything in the World Cup. They will be the best Copa America team of all time. That's for sure. So, but in my opinion, I don't think I will rate them anywhere.
Okay, that's very wrong. But my only response to that is that for me, I will not hold the World Cup against them because it's flipping Chile. I will
exactly.
always just say, okay.
Yeah. Even look at Croatia. Croatia never expected to go reach the final. So that's the thing. That's
Hungary as well.
In 2015. Even Hungary as well. They should have done at least something, at least a semi-final. They should have at least given us a semi-final.
I know, I get your point, but still, I will still say that even if they've not really gone to a World Cup semi or a World Cup final. I would
Thank you.
say based on the country and the country's history of not really
Thank you.
having any kind of. Before this, all we knew was really Zamorano and Salas. That was it.
Hallelujah.
So
Hallelujah.
apart from Zamorano
Hallelujah.
and Salas, that was the only guys of relevance in Chile's footballing history. So for them to just have between 20, well, as I'd argue 2010 and now, these guys who now won 2 Copa Americas in a row and could go to a third final, bro, that's a golden
That's
generation.
flipping amazing.
All
Flipping
right,
amazing.
let's ride now. All right. The biggie, the big one. Tuesday it goes down. Well, obviously for you, West Coast East Coast people, it's Tuesday evening. For us people on in Europe, it's bloody 1:30 a.m. Man,
For fuck's sake.
bro, man, these times are messed up. Man.
Actually, it's 6 a. It's 5 a.m. over here.
I mean, can't you just wait? Okay, look, I get it, but people must know that this is a global tournament watched globally. Just make it like 4 p.m. where you are, so it's like 10, 11 p.m. here. I mean, what the hell? 1:30 a.m. The hell? All
Yeah,
right.
but
No. I don't know. There's no nah. It's that's messed
Europe don't consider that one for South American fans.
Okay. Now, Brazil against Argentina semi-final. If Argentina had actually won their flipping group like they should have, this would have been the final. This would have been the final that would have.
You know what? Double H. I didn't actually expect Argentina to win their group because Colombia are better, honestly.
Oh no, true, no, but just that the way that it was constructed was the Brazil Argentina final to happen, which would have been amazing. You know,
for sure.
But that didn't happen, so we have to just accept what we have. So we have a Brazil Argentina final. So look, man, I'll just put it right straight. Who wins? I'll start with Abdullahi. Who wins, Brazil or Argentina? Okay, Abdullahi, he's not around. Ahmed, who wins, Brazil or Argentina?
Brazil.
Why are you disrespecting Messi and a dude called De Paul?
No, De Paul is good
Because
for Udinese.
okay, it's not about Argentina. It's more about Brazil. I mean, I think that Everton's gonna have a really good game. Coutinho, we've seen him. He's really gonna want to prove Messi that like he can do better than him on the international stage.
Coutinho is overrated.
I think
carry on.
I think Firmino's gonna. I mean, because I saw the Paraguay game and they had the chances, they just couldn't finish. But I think Jesus and Firmino are going to be a lot more clinical this time around.
Oh,
and watching Argentina throughout the group stage, even against Qatar, they weren't that impressive. Against Paraguay, they weren't that impressive. Colombia bossed them the whole game. Like Argentina weren't that impressive at all.
So, what scoreline are we looking at then?
3-1.
Whoa! What the hell? Damn. Jeez. Okay. Juju man, what's gonna go down, bro?
Argentina will beat Brazil, and what's it called? I keep saying it since the beginning of the tournament. It's not a shock.
Wait. Why are you shocked? Isn't this the same thing that lost 7-1 on home soil? So
yeah. And what's it called? This Brazil team is no good. Let's look. Who did they face in their group? Easy group, of course. And they were in the easiest group ever. And they're the fast challenging team they get, Paraguay. They go to penalties. This team is not that good. Tite is overrated. I said I don't know who how this guy got the job because his resume is not that impressive. And if you look around at this team, I mean, is he that good? I mean, Everton Suarez, who's this guy? Like before the tournament, before the tournament, did anyone know who Everton Suarez is?
Yes, we knew him. Milan was
the majority of people didn't. And then you look,
respects, man.
And then you look at this team, and it's like it couldn't be a 10-man Paraguay, and I'm expected to think that they're going to win. And with Argentina, everyone says they played bad. Like let's look at the group they were in. Colombia is a tough team. Paraguay, I mean, Brazil had to go to penalties with them. And then Qatar, that's another tough team. And Argentina, actually, they finished second playing bad. And against Venezuela, Argentina only won, and they're picking up the momentum. So, I mean, I've said this countless of times in tournaments, it's all about momentum, picking at the right time, and Argentina doing that. So and I don't think they fear Brazil because, I mean, Brazil will have the home because they are home, so they'll have the crowd behind them. But I mean, Argentina, no zero low expectations. There's no the pressure is not that much. So I'm expecting
Okay.
Argentina to win.
Easy. So let me ask you this. I
Yep.
think I'm now done the math. So you say Argentina are going to beat Brazil,
Yep.
and you say Chile are not sniffing the trophy.
Yep.
So if I do the math, you're telling me that Argentina are going to win the Copa America.
Yes. As shocking as it sounds, they will. They will.
Okay,
They will.
you're smoking. Okay,
No, this
And
is reverse.
no, they will.
okay, all right, fair enough. I mean, you're wrong, but fair enough.
No, it'll happen.
Yeah, what's happened? Brazil, or Argentina?
Brazil. And I say this without hesitation because I think Brazil at home, I just can't imagine Brazil losing to Argentina in a semi-final.
They're not 7-1 that year, so don't use home.
I mean, yeah, but that was Germany. I mean, Argentina are nothing like Germany, and also I don't trust Argentina. Like from what I've seen so far, that defensively that they are vulnerable, but they will need Leandro Paredes to play well because I thought he was really good against Venezuela. So how they perform on Tuesday will depend on Paredes because he's the holding midfielder and he distributes most of the attacks. So they're not gonna just have to rely on Messi. I think if they think that Messi will bail them out in this game, then they are wrong. I think they have to perform really well. So Lautaro needs to play well. Messi, Di Maria, Lo Celso, they all need to chip in. Otherwise, Brazil will win this comfortably because I think Brazil, even though Brazil have shown signs that they are not amazing, they have at least a backbone, that they can rely on, unlike Argentina. And also, like some of the guys said earlier, Everton's going to be important if he starts. Firmino, Jesus. I mean, there's a healthy competition for places in the Brazil side, and I'm personally not a big fan of Tite myself, but they have a good balance in their team. Even without Neymar, they've shown so far in the group stage that yes, the first game wasn't great, but the final one against Peru was pretty impressive. And if they get the first goal, then I just don't see how Argentina respond, and that's going to open the game up even more. So I'm going to say 2-0 Brazil, but could be 2-1. It could be close as well. It could go to extra time.
All right. Hazard.
There's no extra time in semis.
Oh my
right?
bad.
Yeah,
Copa
no.
America.
Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord.
Yeah, I almost forgot about that.
Hazard.
Yeah, man, this is a great match because and I think it's gonna be a lot closer than some people think because this is a derby, kind of like a national derby. So it's not gonna be the same Argentina that we've seen in the group stage. This is gonna be like extra motivated Argentina, and Messi knows that this is the do or die. This is the match for Messi, and I look, man, this team they've been looking good since they included Lautaro Martinez. Since the Argentina coach put Lautaro Martinez, my goodness, this, I don't know why he's didn't start from the beginning because Messi providing for Lautaro Martinez is really working, and I think he's as a threat. And I don't know about Aguero, what he's gonna do, but I think Brazil are gonna face a lot of problems in this match, a lot more than they faced in the group. And look, man, Brazil, they, it's tough to say about Brazil because they've been looking good, but the opposition level has been weak. And I think Jujuma mentioned that when they came across Paraguay, they were really struggling to create proper chances.
But Paraguay are always a very tough team. Paraguay
Yeah, I know. They defensively they're great, yeah, for sure. But they were just struggling so much to create chances, and
yeah,
I know
Argentina struggled against Paraguay.
Yeah, but
look, they scored.
I'm not saying.
But they tied 1-1.
I'm not saying Brazil's gonna lose, but I'm saying it's gonna be a lot tougher match for Brazil than people think, and I think Argentina is definitely gonna score against Brazil. Because look, man, I'm not confident in Marquinhos, to be honest. I've never liked him.
Okay. So what Scotland are you saying? What Scotland are you saying?
It's close one. I'm gonna go with 2-1 Brazil.
Okay. Munzaha, how's it gonna roll down?
Bro, it's to be honest, bro, we can see that at least Brazil know how to defend. Come on. And on top of that, Argentina cannot deal with pace, bro. They cannot deal with the pace. We have to accept the Everton. Then you have Gabriel Jesus on the right flank. He can play as a winger as well, inside forward.
Been playing well, bro. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Playing well.
But bro, come on, you have to see that the Argentinian defense as well. And
No.
I don't.
Otamendi is trash. He's trash. I know.
Yeah, bro. And on top of that, you have Pazella. How to pronounce this? I'm sorry for the. Excuse me for my pronunciation, bro. That guy is like for me is like nothing player, man. And Juju man's word, nothing player, nothing defender. So man, I'll be straightforward. And against Paraguay, bro, Paraguay was like really a pragmatic team defensive. To break them down, it's not that easy. And you know why Argentina scored? Because it's Lautaro Martinez. I've said so many times this guy Lautaro.
Hallelujah, Mr. Montar.
Yeah, Lautaro with next to Icardi. If Icardi would be in this tournament, bro, then I would have expected something, bro. There would be some kind of positivity with me regarding Argentina's case. Man, and Casemiro is going to come back again because he missed the game because he was suspended.
So what score are you saying? What scoreline?
For me, 3-2.
2.
3-2. 3-2 for Brazil.
Or Argentina?
Brazil.
Oh, wow. Let's pray that we have that kind of game, and that'll be awesome. All right,
Yeah, man, that's it.
Hardcore, man. Please keep it brief. Scoreline, what's gonna
Can't wait
happen?
for this.
I tweeted you a message I think 2 days ago, and I said somehow, someone, somebody, some way, Messi will get knocked out. Like he has to get knocked out. He has to get knocked out. Eventually, he has to get
Not
knocked out.
this again.
It will happen. It will
We
happen.
don't trust Messi to
Um,
What
lead.
do you mean he has to?
This is the thing, HH. For me, and I like what Montara said. Martinez is carrying this Argentina team. It's not even Laessi. Laessi is
he's not.
trash. He's garbage. If you watch him on the pitch, he can't even touch a ball. He literally, when he passes the ball, he passes it straight to the opposition player. For me, I think Argentina. This is what I'll say. If Brazil just learn from that Liverpool game, all right, take
Give
your
me,
chance.
bro. Give me
Oh my
give
God.
me a
No,
score.
it's advice.
How is the game gonna go? Give me a scoreline.
To be honest, I think Brazil will beat Argentina 4-0.
I think
Yeah.
you're gonna say something.
Yeah. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it is.
No. You don't need to tell me why.
He
That's
could
not
be
happening.
right.
You
He
don't need to
could be right.
tell me why.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
give
Oh
me
my God.
score. Brazil against Argentina.
Hey
He could be
guys,
right.
Okay. I let me tell you why. All right. Let me tell you why.
No. We have so much stuff to go. It's fine. You said 4-0.
Okay.
Thank you. That's all. Please keep it brief. What's scoreline? Who's gonna win?
Oh God.
That's what. All right.
Yeah, it's HJ, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Keep it brief. Keep it brief, bro.
I'm expecting a 4-0, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's a super 4-0. You call it
It's a
circumcision, right?
disease.
Yeah, 4-0, yeah. So H is the tactical tactical matchup is quite evident. Argentina are so defensively deformed, and Brazil are exactly the kind of a team that can beat Argentina. Because you see Brazil play freestyle like old school Brazilian style of football. That's
Just
kind of
remember
that football that
Allison,
TJ plays.
Messi's worst nightmare. Allison.
Wait. KJ, wait. So and Brazil will take one look at this Argentina team and they will be licking their lips because this is exactly the kind of team that Brazil need to be. Paraguay was the exact antithesis of what Argentina is. And if you see this Copa America going forward as well, Argentina they lack so much creativity. Lautaro Martinez, as I think Muncha said, is carrying this team. So it's all written. I mean, I'm expecting a 3-0 or a 4-0, minimum a 3-0.
just I want to respond. I want
Wait.
How's
So you're saying that Argentina are gonna get lubricated by Brazil?
Yeah, just one small point I
course.
want to add.
Okay,
Because this is a rivalry. Because this is a rivalry between Brazil and Argentina, and Argentina are so brain dead. We all know that Argentina is gonna attack Brazil, and they're gonna leave so much space behind, so much space on behind. They don't have any organization at the back. So with those, if Brazil play Firmino, Jesus, Everton, and Coutinho, they're gonna have so much space, and they'll do 1-2 play through balls, and it'll be done. easily.
All right.
Like
Um,
Liverpool,
Wait,
like
to respond,
Liverpool
Easily,
2.0.
respond. What's it called? Brazil don't deal well. Like they don't deal well with going under. Like if Brazil concede the first goal, they won't react properly because
No, they won't.
everyone's assuming. Wait, wait, wait.
against
Nah,
No, no,
it's
no.
not
Let,
about
let,
assuming.
let,
I
let me
just
land.
gave
Let me
you the
land.
tactical match.
No, no, no. Let me land.
I just
Because
gave you the
everyone,
tactical match.
everyone says, everyone
Dude,
says
stop the
Argentina.
optimism.
Wait,
He's dead.
no, no.
Messi is dead.
No,
Wait,
no, no,
wait,
no. Wait.
wait.
I just want to
Everyone
say
says.
Messi is doing a masterclass.
Wait, wait.
So Jujuman, then here, Jujuman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because everyone says Argentina won't respond, but Paraguay scored fast against Argentina, and Argentina responded. Brazil weren't even able to score, and history has shown
Juju,
us. Like,
that's what I'm
no, 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 no. Wait, wait,
Juju,
wait,
that's
wait.
what I'm
Wait, guys,
Last World Cup against what's it called? These guys were faced with Germany. They capitulated, and then against Belgium, scored fast. Like it was not going their way again. It go down. They cannot respond when they're down. So if
No,
Argentina score
Juju,
fast,
I
these
have to
guys
respond, yeah.
will crumble because the pressure is just too much. And when the pressure is up for Brazil, every time they just don't think they think emotionally and just they mess up every time.
Chicha,
Wait, no.
I
I
have
said I
to
was going to go to Dahir.
Yeah, I was gonna say, basically, Messi hasn't had a great tournament so far, and I think he's due a top performance. And what better time to start than now in the semi-final against Brazil?
Hell no.
I don't
Hell
agree
no.
with the whole point of saying that Lautaro Martinez is carrying this team. Far from it, he's
Yes.
not. Because Lo Celso's
Yes.
having a good tournament. Paredes is having a good tournament.
Bro,
I don't
Dahir,
think
bro,
he's
but the
carrying
clutch
this team.
goals,
We are
man.
talking about the star.
Are you
We are
kidding
talking
me?
about the
Dahir?
star,
Are
man.
you
Wait.
kidding
That
me,
does not
Dahir?
mean he's carrying the team. I think at
Wait,
times,
but
like,
Dahir, let me ask you this. Dahir, let me ask you this though.
go for it.
To Dahir, if Messi gets to another final and he loses another final, what's then?
He needs to be in the Brick
No,
Academy
no.
for life.
Yes, he needs to be in the
For
Brick
me
Academy.
personally,
For life.
I was asking
Eject him quickly.
just respond that. So Dahir, you say Messi is due a big performance. Let's say huge performance. He inspires and turns to victory over Brazil. Amazing victory,
Yeah.
Brazil home show, and he takes them to a final. And let's say he meets their nemesis Chile, and they lose
Yeah,
again.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah.
Then what?
What if they lose the final again?
Yeah.
Or... Well, for me personally, I still think Messi's the greatest player of all time. For me, that's just for me. That's not gonna
Oh no.
It's a fact, Dahir.
no, that's
Come
not gonna
on.
change based on this
Come
tournament.
on.
Bro, the hair like loves Messi so much.
No,
It's
for
a
me,
fact.
Top.
You are
Yeah,
disgraced to Liverpool fans. Yeah.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
you're disgraceful.
Wait, Dahir, let him talk, man, guys. What the hell? Dahir,
what? No, I was gonna say for me it has no bearings. For me, Messi is the greatest player of all time.
It's
That's
a
just
fact.
yeah. That for me is a fact. But
No,
what it will say is Argentina are lacking in so many different ways that you cannot expect Messi to win you. He's already dragged them to 3 finals in a row. I mean, what more can you ask? Like literally.
He can't even manage one goal against Liverpool.
Nah, I'm not.
Are you kidding me?
No, but he performed well against us.
I'm gonna push back on that because I hate that narrative of he has dragged them to
Yeah.
No, but he has in certain
Wait,
periods.
No.
He has.
So
Hell no. We're done.
Let's make this clear right now.
Okay,
Because-
not in 2014.
Wait,
Not in
wait,
20.
Let me just make this clear
Too
because
many excuses.
let's put the narrative right down. 2014, Messi did not show up in the entire final. Mascherano split his asshole trying to block
Yes,
Rocky.
in that one game, but the Mascherano did not have a better tournament than Messi.
No,
though.
but here you can't say that he dragged them to a final when he didn't shoot the semi, and Mascherano was the reason why they got to the penalty shootouts. So if
No,
anybody,
I agree with that.
if it was anybody that helped to get the final, it was Messi from the group stages, second round. Higuain scored the goal in the final. The amazing goal, and
No, that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Ramos saved those 2 penalties.
So what was Trashesi there?
So
No, but for me, it doesn't change anything. For me, he's still the best. For me, he's still the best. That's a fact.
okay, let's move on. There. But look, basically, quick super chat here from Original Base Annie, who says, "Oh, it's some nice words for Melanista." Who says, "Kate Ray, you never cease to amaze me." Yeah, he is quite a unique creature.
Hey, Chichi, I have to respond to Juju.
I
have to respond to Juju on one point. So yeah, Juju said that Brazil couldn't score against Paraguay. That's what I'm trying to say. Paraguay are very compactive, which Argentina are totally like exact opposite of Paraguay. So Argentina will leave so many spaces, and Argentina, that kind of a team who are very young, so their mentality will crumble if Brazil are definitely scoring the first goal. That's not even a question. But
Wait.
Brazil will wait. It's not me
Wait,
assuming. It's you.
All right, all
It's
right.
not. It's not me assuming. I just told you that Argentina will leave so many spaces behind, and Argentina will attack. That will allow all the forwards like 4-2-3-1, the formation that they play, to play in through balls that will easily cut open the Argentina defense. So Paraguay is totally different case. Paraguay is what Brazil don't need, but Argentina is exactly the kind of team that Brazil want to play.
All right, I'll respond to this because you say the defense is horrible, but let's look around at the team. Like the fourth, the right back plays for Tottenham. He was decent in the Champions League. I mean, Tagliafico starts for Ajax. This is not a Bami team. What's another Otamendi? I mean,
No,
I
but
know
Forth
people
is
say
not a
Otamendi is yeah, but he's decent. He's not like really bad. And what's his name? Otamendi.
But
This
they
guy
are
has
bad
3
for
EPL
Argentina.
titles on his name. Like this guy is not that. Is not that
All of
Juju,
bad.
them are
Juju,
bad
It's
for
not
Juju,
that
Argentina.
Juju, but
bad.
you
All of
cannot
them
rate
are
The
Messi.
Juju, but you
optimism
cannot
needs
rate
to end,
Otamendi, bro.
Juju.
Come on, man. Otamendi
Optimism
No,
can
needs
he's
be
to
on
end.
the
no,
I don't,
he's
I don't, I
decent.
don't,
He's not
I
that
don't
bad.
understand how. I don't understand how an individual can come into a hangout and slate Messi for this. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, but what's he called? Wait,
Well,
with the
because
other
he
one, with
hasn't
the
done
other one.
anything
Wait,
for Argentina.
No,
That's
no,
the
we'll
thing. He
continue.
hasn't done
We'll
anything for
continue.
Argentina.
See,
We have
Wait,
to move on very soon. Move on
yeah.
very soon. Chill,
All
chill,
right.
chill. Wait, super chats here from Rodrigo Velarde, who says hardcore bandwagon is the ESPN skip in this chat. So hardcore, you've been called a bandwagon artist, bro. So I
Yeah.
don't know whether that is
I mean, my response to that guy is all I'll say is I chose to move away from more embarrassment, and I've chosen to not become prone to embarrassment after embarrassment after embarrassment. Yeah,
You
that's
chose the
all.
right club.
all right. So, and also what else goes? Another super chat here from Martin Rosario, who says, "Love the delusion from these laity apologists." Interesting.
They love you, bro.
My thing is, put very simply here is that I think this is a great semi-final. I think having these 4 teams in here and what PERU did, I think just makes it exciting. If I was to be tasked as to who do I think is going to win this, guys, you know what? I have a very, very strong feeling that if Chile, because I think Peru have the power of Juju, if Chile make that final, even if Chile meets Argentina, they're beating Argentina again. So Messi, don't make the final if Chile are there because it's going to be very embarrassing. I'm not sure that Brazil will be able to cope with the pressure and beat Chile. Like that Chile team I'm seeing there, if they make another final, I think they'll be too hungry. So I think if Brazil don't beat them in 90, Chile will beat them on penalty because Brazil, they won't have the gumpture and the confidence to be able to win a penalty shootout against Chile, who are ice cold. So there is a very strong possibility that Chile could do this, which would be insane, which would be absolutely insane. So let's move on to our other thing right
Can
now.
I say something?
Okay, Daniel, make it brief. Make it brief.
Oh god.
I've got a strong, strange feeling that it's gonna be Argentina Peru final.
Why do you say that?
It's just I just get some feeling like
Oh god.
but and I just want to say it's been good to be back. I just want to say it's been good to be back.
Oh, thank you. Great. Oh, no. What happened? Okay. Let's now Afcon. All right. As I said again, I'm not going to discuss Madagascar. My review is going to be dropping where I explain exactly what happened. So,
like, how are we losing to
Can you do it live? Can you do it live? The post-match analysis.
I'm like,
No.
how are we losing to it?
So basically, look, Afcon. My thing is this: the winner is going to come from North Africa.
I agree.
It's going to come from between Egypt, Morocco, or Algeria. The team that has impressed me the most has been Morocco. Despite their tough first game, Morocco.
I agree.
Really,
I agree.
No, I don't.
Some really, really nice players. So the question is this, and this is just for the group. Who do you think is going to win it? If I'm being asked, I think Morocco is the best team I've seen, but I say Egypt will win this AFCON. Abdullahi, who wins the AFCON? Ahmed, who wins the Afcon?
I'll have to say Egypt. Although Morocco have been the better team and are the stronger team, I think, like on paper and by the players, I think Egypt at home will be enough. And Mohamed Salah's gonna have like one really good game over against Morocco if they play, and then Egypt will win.
Okay, Juju man, who's winning?
I go with
The icon
Morocco.
is the icon bringing it home.
No, I go with Morocco since I'm not even sure Senegal can beat Kenya. I don't know, so
Yeah,
I'm going with Morocco because what's it called? I saw the key highlights of that game against Ivory Coast, and I mean, even though the score was 1-0, they had the most chances and the better chances, and I think they were my second pick, and I still picked them because Senegal. I don't know what's going on there.
So who are you picking to win the whole thing?
Yeah, Morocco. Yeah, Morocco. Plus, I saw Algeria, and I mean, Algeria. They were good, but it's like
What?
yeah, they were good, but it's like they were. I mean, I saw weaknesses against. What did they face? They faced
Senegal.
against Senegal and against Kenya too. They didn't. I tracked Algeria, and they're all right. They're not. I don't think they're the strongest team.
I mean, Senegal was supposed to be the favorite before, and they took Senegal out. They took care of Senegal.
1-0 though.
Senegal
haven't been impressive.
Okay, fine. That's fair. All right. Dakir, who do you think is
before the tournament began, I went with Senegal because they were very, very good in the World Cup, and they are building a strong team. But when I saw their game against Algeria, I wasn't impressed. They made so many mistakes in that game. And sure, the referee wasn't great in that game. They should have had a penalty.
Man.
Yeah, but I think right now I have to say Morocco will win because they are the best sort of team in terms of like the way they're playing, their style, and they also have a manager in Hervé Renard who has won the Afcon twice before with Zambia and with Ivory Coast. So he has the experience. But having said that, I hope that Egypt win it and my boy Mohamed Salah gets it done.
Thank you.
But do you think in a final scenario, Morocco could beat Egypt in Egypt?
Yeah, you know what? It's so hard to say. It's 50-50. But
if it's in a final, I think Egypt will win.
Okay. So here you're saying Egypt.
I'm gonna say Morocco win it, but I hope Egypt win it.
Okay, Morocco. All right. Daniel, who's gonna win it?
I think Egypt.
So
my God.
why Egypt?
You guys are putting this pressure.
Like Mo Salah, like they've got the best African in the world in Mo Salah.
Easy. Relax.
Thank you. By the way.
And I'm Nigerian, by the way, so I'm not
Yeah,
biased.
see, unbiased. Yes, thank you.
So because you're saying Egypt will go all the way.
Yeah.
All right. Hazem, don't be biased, bro. Hazem, don't be biased.
No, bro.
Go for it.
Look, man, I'm not gonna change my prediction, but I just want to say the team that surprised me this Afcon is Algeria. I think they've been
Yes,
the best
I thought
team so far.
they
I agree.
I think they've been the best team so far. They have a great. Everyone's performing well. Mahrez, Amrabat. They have some good talents in their team. But look, man, this is a really tough one to predict. Initially, before it started, I predicted Egypt because of the home advantage, and I think this tournament has proven my point of how important the home advantage is. Because Egypt's performances have been very weak, to be honest. Hardly any chemistry, allowing teams like Zimbabwe to dominate for portions of the game. Uganda, and a perfect example was today. Uganda, we were getting completely dominated by Uganda. Uganda were playing great football, creating many chances.
They're a tricky team.
Well, we just had when you have 100,000 fans.
That can be a huge difference, man. Yeah,
it makes a huge difference, and that's what happened today. The Salah scored that free kick, and we just keep on scoring clutch goals, and I think it's because of the fans. They feel the pressure of the fans, and it's helping them. And look, I also want to say, look, man, these guys should be getting worried about Ballon d'Or because Salah has scored 2 goals already, and if he goes on, I don't know, man. If he wins it, it's gonna
no. I think I already said before, like if Egypt win the Nations Cup, he's going to get Ballon d'Or. Like
Yeah.
that narrative.
gonna be-
Actually, it's
He's gonna
about
have a
Matt.
great chance.
Last thing,
No.
Like, just to who knows have enough heat with him. With
I'm
Salah.
still-
Look, he got interviewed by bloody CNN. When you're on CNN, then I mean, look, you've pretty much passed over. All right.
wait, last thing. I'm gonna just say I'm still going with the final of Egypt versus Nigeria. I think Nigeria is gonna do well.
Oh,
If despite the Madagascar loss,
no,
they're already qualified. They're already
How
qualified.
What?
Nigeria. As much as I hate to say it,
Doesn't matter.
Nigeria.
I don't want those sounds mentioned on this hangouts, please. That's it.
Oh my god.
Please, just
That-
have that just pissed me off that I just did that right.
Let's just leave Nigeria out of this then.
Yeah, bro. For me, bro, I'll just shoot in short, yeah, with this thing. I think so. For me, I thought like Senegal should win this thing, but the way they're performing, bro,
Yeah.
like I was quite disappointed, bro. Actually, I wanted Senegal or Egypt to win this, Afcon Cup. But let's see by the current performance, and you know what, Algeria is a good shout, to be honest. But I think so. Morocco will win this thing, brother. Yes, I don't know why, but I'm getting kind of feeling because Morocco have a perfect team. They can play, like defensive team,
Amrabat really impressed me.
yeah, Amrabat, yeah.
Guys, please, whoever is breathing into the mic, please don't breathe into your mic. We hear your breathing. If you're not talking, mute your flipping mic. Thank you. Montaha, continue.
Yeah, so Ednasari and all these guys, Al Ahmadi, Al Ahmadi is like people like this guy's so underrated, man. The Afcon as well.
Yeah,
His distribution and everything was so good, man. Against Ivory Coast as well. So, man, I believe that Morocco will win this thing. Yeah, win this. Yeah.
Wow.
And the final will be between Morocco versus Algeria, I guess. Something like that.
Nice.
The final. Yeah.
Okay. Hardcore.
Yeah, I think all the West African teams are dead. We're just
Dead.
It was a good try, but I don't see any West African team going far in the
No, I fully accept they've been a disgrace, but carry on.
Yeah. I think Morocco looked really good. I said it before the tournament. When you have a guy who literally is the Zidane of the African Cup of Nations and just knows how to win the competition, it's so hard for other teams to win it because he has the experience and know-how of how to win it. He's won it with Zambia.
Oh,
He's won
Renard.
it
Okay.
Yeah, he's won it with Ivory Coast. This guy is amazing. You know what I'm trying to say? And I just wish it was Ghana's coach. I really wish, because I think we need someone like that. To be honest, I can see Morocco and I would say Algeria. Algeria looked pretty good. Yeah, Algeria looked pretty good. Yeah.
How about Ghana?
Saswat.
Ghana's crap. Ghana's crap. Don't make
I think I agree with Juju and Muntaha. I mean, I think Morocco are the favorites because they are the most tactically flexibility. They change their tactics and management as per the opposition. Obviously, I haven't watched too much of them, but I think Morocco is going to win it. And I think the second favorites are, I know HS, you don't want to hear this, but I think second favorites are Senegal because quality and playing as a team always prevails in any tournament. So they just need to find that rhythm because Mane was not playing the first game, and second game it was a disaster. Like, I don't know how that penalty was not given, but okay, fine. So I think Senegal can do something. They have the quality in individuality, and they have the team. They play as a team. So obviously we haven't seen the best of them, but I think they're gonna do something.
No, you're dreaming, bro.
Mane is getting exposed.
No. It's believe in Mane. Believe in Mane. You did it twice. Believe in Mane.
All right, like Sasso, I'm giving you facts here. Don't go with dreams or hopes. Hardcore facts is the best teams are coming. Those are where
See, HH.
North Africa.
If Morocco plays Egypt in a non-final, like a semi-final or a quarterfinal, I think Morocco will win because they're the best team in Afcon right now. But in a final scenario in Egypt against Egypt, Mohamed Salah's not going to lose.
Oh no, true. No,
Yeah,
I
agree.
feel like
Agree.
even actually Morocco have been the best team, but the best team doesn't always. Germany were the best team in 2010. They didn't win, so the best team doesn't always really win. So I think that it's about what you just do on the day. It's about luck sometimes, but I just feel the home advantage of Egypt. I just think it's going to be a massive, huge factor. So once Egypt now gets the knockout stages and everything, I just think whereas the home.
Sorry, HH, can I say something real
I
quick?
think home soil counts against Brazil, and they fall under the pressure. The home soil actually, I think, improves and elevates and Egypt. So it's
HH, can I say something?
Egypt's number 9 is trash, by the way.
We need to understand something.
Oh, okay.
Though we understand, I understand Nigeria play really bad, but I will go with Azin. I will really go with Azin. We could see Egypt Nigeria final. It's very possible.
Yes.
Double H is very possible.
Egypt, man,
I'm
they
saying
played
this
well
thing.
first
It's
two
very
matches.
possible. It is very possible. It is.
You have no right to do that. Do you know why you have?
It's very possible.
You have zero right to say anything positive about those fans.
No.
After what those guys did today, you
already qualified.
Double H, I was pissed off. I was mad though because of what they did today.
Bro, your
everybody
defense
knows
is
we
bad.
watch the matches. I was mad. But let's see.
They're not gonna go in.
Egypt,
Let's be honest.
Morocco, Algeria, Cameroon, Ghana. All of them are not that much good team. Except
no, bro. I have to mute you because you're not. I'm not going to mute you. All I'm saying is this: a team that did what they did against Madagascar, you cannot say anything positive about them.
Exactly. Thank you.
Until that time, they cannot be spoken of.
No.
You know, your coach is your problem, HH. That's your problem. It's your coach.
I don't want to get into that crap.
Okay, can I say something real quick, HH? Let me just say one thing real quick.
Please be quick, because please be quick. Please be quick.
Okay, what I was saying was, I don't agree with what you're saying in terms of like the best teams don't really win, because this Renard guy has when you have the experience of winning the Afcon, especially with a team like Zambia who nobody thought would win it. You know what I'm trying to say?
On penalties more. How do you coach penalties? It happens that he is a good manager and everything, but for me, it would be more impressive if a manager won all the games in one play. That would be much more impressive. He is good, but look, the 2 Nations Cup he won were by penalties. The one he won against Ghana were bloody winning that bloody penalty shootout. Then they screw themselves.
I agree. But what I'm saying is, you have to give him credit, bro. You have to give him, bro, with Zambia is this small team. They don't even have world-class players, bro. To win an Afcon with them is amazing. It's unheard of, you know? So yeah.
Okay, so let's roll in through. So Neymar. So
Neymar Jr.
They want to sell Neymar for 5 kobo. That's the thing right now. They want to sell him for 5 kobo. Buy one get 5 on sale. I think this is a good one just to write down. Let's just hang up with. Will Neymar ever win a Ballon d'Or? So just let that sink within you right now and think about it and everything. Before he retires and everything, do you believe that Neymar will ever win a Ballon d'Or trophy? Let me start with Abdullahi. Do you think Neymar will ever win a Ballon d'Or trophy?
I would say yes and I would say no. I have an explanation about that.
You can't.
Why I would say yes? Why I would say yes? Why I would say yes is it's very likely and possible it goes to Barcelona. And it's very, very possible it could win the Ballon d'Or there because he's playing in Barcelona before. But I say no, if he remains as PSG, I have no doubt he's not going to win it. Hazard could even win it before him.
Okay, let me respond to that. If he goes to Barcelona, he's going to be Messi's side piece.
And there's a chance. There is a chance he wins it. There is a very possible chance he will win it.
When you're the other side show, explain that to me.
If he goes to Barcelona, he's going to be playing with Lionel Messi. We all know that. But there's a chance he will win it because he's playing there before. He knows the surroundings a lot. But if he stays in PSG, he's not going to win anything. Even Eden Hazard is going to win the Ballon d'Or before him. If he stays in PSG. Now, this is a big decision for him to make. This is a big, big decision for him to make. He's 27. So this is the perfect age for him to decide where he wants to go. Barca
Okay.
or stay in PSG.
So you believe that if he goes to Barcelona, he will win the Ballon d'Or?
Yeah, there's a chance he will. There's a possible chance he will. I'm confident there's a chance.
Yeah,
There is a chance he will win it. There
If you
is.
say so, bro. If you say so. Ahmed, if he goes to Barca, what's he gonna do, bro? Juju man. If Neymar,
if he goes to Barcelona,
Yeah,
he's
no,
he's
wait.
a nothing.
no.
He's a no-
Sorry. The question is, will Neymar win a Ballon d'Or before he retires? Yes or no?
If he stays with PSG, he will, guaranteed. Because look,
What?
if he stays with PSG, Neymar will win a Ballon d'Or, guaranteed. Look, right now it's
He
tough
should not
time.
this bit.
Excuse me. What?
Yep, he will win a Ballon d'Or with PSG. Like this team is among the best in Europe, despite like look, they're the only team that beat Liverpool. They had an amazing group stage. If it wasn't for this guy's injury, they would have been reached far ahead. They would have been at least in the semis. And so it's not bad. But this rumors about him leaving Barcelona, he's not going anywhere. If he stays at PSG, which I'm expecting him to do because he's a top player, he will win the Ballon d'Or. It's not even a debate.
So you're
And do you want me? I can back
Wait,
it up
wait,
because
wait, let me explain this. So you're saying that if
Yeah.
Neymar stays at that joke of a club,
it's not a joke.
Oh, come on.
let me
Okay.
can I
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, land.
Thank you. Let me finish. So you're saying that if Neymar plays at that joke of a club who succumbed to a 4-0 first leg lead and who couldn't even beat trash Chester United, he's going to win a Ballon d'Or at that club? All right.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Because look, the worst thing is if Neymar leaves when no one likes a crybaby. Neymar is if he leaves to Barcelona, he's a crybaby because when it's getting tough, he bails out. Like PSG rolled out the carpet for him. They did everything for this guy, and just because of few injuries, he wants to leave. He wants to run away from his problems. What
I
kind of
agree
great
with
player
that.
is this? Even if he wins a Ballon d'Or, no one is going to take him seriously because you ran away from he ran away from the real challenge.
Okay,
Winning this one Ballon d'Or.
Jimani, if Neymar goes to Barcelona, then you view him as a loser.
I won't consider him as a great player. He's just another player, another average winger that like can't deal with adversity.
That's,
He's just
that's a bit too
no,
harsh.
yeah. But it's just his mentality is just
But
one of the
I
worst
wanna-
I've seen in football. If
Okay.
that's the case,
I will
Plus,
I will respond to that. That's
and then just to end with this media negative attention he's getting. I mean, it doesn't mean anything as long as this guy delivers. Then that's all that is important. This is just selling newspapers. That's all. Like it's nothing to think about it. So he just needs to focus, and he'll win the Ballon d'Or. I'm confident with PSG.
They're here.
Yep, I have very strong views on this topic. So I'm gonna say this: if Neymar goes back to Barcelona, I will lose all respect for him, and he's a joke. That's all I will say. Because the thing is, 2 years ago he left Barcelona for PSG to be the main man, to be the catalyst to leave a legacy for PSG. So if he goes back to Barcelona now, how is that going to increase his chances of winning the Ballon d'Or? Because Messi will still have a few more years left to be at the top level, at the high level. And then there's the other side of the argument. If he stays at PSG and they don't win the Champions League, then obviously chances are he's not going to win it. But you have to remember this. I don't want to be harsh. Barcelona fans may not like what I'm about to say, but for me, they are a bigger joke than PSG. 2 years in a row now.
I agree with you.
They are a bigger joke than PSG. They've bottled a massive lead 2 years running now. And if Neymar goes back to Barcelona under this regime, under this joke of a board, and Valverde as the manager, are they going to move forward? I mean, to an extent, yes, but I don't think they will win a treble anytime soon. The criticism with PSG comes with the fact that League One is considered, not as good as the other leagues, but at the same time, Neymar has this platform to be, the main star of this team, and if he leaves the project after 2 years, it's going to be detrimental to PSG and to his career, to be honest with you. But I don't think Neymar should concentrate on the Ballon d'Or. He should just concentrate on delivering the Champions League for PSG. And yes, he's been unlucky with the injuries that he suffered, like in crucial stages, of the season when they needed him. But for me, he needs to stay at PSG at least for another year or two, because if he moves now, he's gonna look like a joke. To be fair,
his legacy will be
Well,
ruined.
Dada here and Jujuman, sorry to break it to you, but Neymar is going to return back to Barcelona. So,
yeah, it looks that way. But
yeah, so
I don't see how that.
no, so listen, when it happens, we will do an emergency hangout. When that happens,
Yeah,
I want to know what your best view will be. So that's
already prepared.
All right, Daniel. Will Neymar win a Ballon d'Or before he retires? Yes or no? Hazem, will Neymar win a Ballon d'Or?
Look, man, I'm gonna have to say no. He's not gonna win the Ballon d'Or, no matter if he stays at PSG or he goes to Barcelona.
That's what I think too. Yeah, I agree.
It's I'm sorry, man, but with Neymar, you have two scenarios where he's failed in both scenarios. You have a scenario where he's not in the spotlight, and he's kind of like the anchor man, the helper. And look, he's done very well in that, but he wasn't good enough to win the Ballon d'Or. And you've had the second scenario where he's the main man, he's in the spotlight for both club and country, for PSG and Brazil, and he's just gotten injured, and in the most crucial moments, he wasn't there. And unfortunately, I think there's two main reasons why I don't think he's going to win the Ballon d'Or. The first is his injury prone. I think, especially for the way he plays, he won't. After these injuries, he won't be taking every injury. He's going to get worse, and he won't be able to take. And this happened even after PSG's injury. He became worse. And look, man,
and sorry to cut you off, Hazem.
Wait, that's false.
Yeah, I just wanted to add that also Neymar is in his prime stage of his career now. So getting injuries now isn't going to help his cause with the
and let me just, if he continues to get these injuries, even if he has one more, the way he plays, so he takes a lot of risks, and automatically there's going to be a lot of fouls. He's going to be taking less of those risks. He can't control it. I'm sorry. Ask any player who had a big injury. Immediately after that injury, you're always more wary of taking risks, and because of the possibility, it's always in the back.
For example, Dino.
Yeah, it's always in the back of your head. So that's going to be a huge detriment. Because, sorry, if Neymar's not playing at his full ability, I'm sorry, he's not going to get the Ballon d'Or. Second thing is his mentality. I'm sorry, but if your mentality is going, okay, I'm not in the spotlight, we have to move. Now, it didn't work out at PSG, let's go back to Barcelona. It's like, bro, you have to have a clear viewpoint of where you want to go and have a proper project of where your career is going. Not changing your mind. This is some kind of game. This is top level football. You need to be focused and stay on one.
So because you're saying that he's never winning the Ballon d'Or, then?
No, his mentality is not good enough. He's taking everything too lightly, and he's too injury prone. I'm sorry, he's never gonna win it.
Can I respond?
All of which is true.
No. Wait.
I just have to respond because
first, and then we'll get back.
Right.
And before I go to Munsaha, can we please stop with the Zad slander? He delivered a Europa League. He is top 3, top 4 in the world, whether you like it or not.
I agree.
I can't wait to see what he does at Real Madrid. Munzaha, will Neymar win a Ballon d'Or?
HH, man, look, first of all, I just want to make this thing, I just want to say over here, because like for a long time I've been an argument with some of the Neymar fanboys. Don't ever compare this clown to Ronaldinho. Don't ever compare. Please don't ever compare this clown to Ronaldinho.
Thank you.
Because bro, Ronaldinho.
Wait. I'm dropping a football battle on Wednesday. That's all I'm saying. From what Muntaha said, because those losers who and I know who they are, who dared Saul Dino name by putting him in the same breath as Dino. Guys, don't worry. Wednesday is going to drop. Muntaha, please.
Thank you, HH, bro. This guy is not even close to the level of. He cannot sniff to the Sir Dino's level. Because that guy. Bro, that guy used to have so many tackles, back-to-back tackles, bro. Are you kidding me, bro? He used to get butchered.
generational
Yes.
talent.
Yes, thank you.
Who
On
had
top
his
of
own
that,
team. He was a star of his own team. Continue.
yes.
I
On top
love him
of that,
so much.
bro. On top of that, this guy, bro. Okay, first of all, you left Barcelona to prove yourself. Okay, I'm not under Messi. I'm also one of the best players of this generation. Fine, by talent, he was. But now, prove us in PSG. Okay, you keep on getting injured. Because, you know why? Because I have some issue with his playing style. Why, when you know that French league, like they are not saving your ass, the referees are not saving your ass. So why you are unnecessarily performing skills? Why you're going for that kind of playing style in French league? You can do that in Champions League if you want in the group stage to showboat. Because there are some referees who can protect your ass. Thirdly, bro, what kind of mentality is this, bro? Oh, I'm in
I
trouble.
told
I
you,
have to
yes.
leave. No, bro. This kind of mentality, you cannot win Ballon d'Or.
You,
Sorry,
you need to be a pro.
What is
Yes.
on the playground?
bro. There are so many players, man. Likes of R9. R9 suffered one of the horrific injuries, bro, from the knee. Bro, he came back. He
Thank
established himself again.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Bro,
Yes.
bro, that's a legacy. That's the way you play at the highest level of football. That's what we call a generational talent. That's what we call legendary players.
Bro, I'm going to drop another vid. I'm going to drop another vid. Karen.
Yeah, I don't think Neymar's
Yeah.
on that.
Bro, Neymar, for just having talent and even I won't say limited talent, but talent in terms of skills and all those things. Okay, fine. You do that thing great, but prove yourself. Prove your
Thank you.
how you,
Thank
bro.
you.
Thank you.
Bro, just
I love
imagine, yeah. You
I love
again, you leave PSG and you come to the Barcelona. How are you going to see yourself in front of mirror? Like, how are you going to face yourself every day, bro? Like,
Ronaldinho.
You're doing an emergency hangout. When that transfer happens and he goes
Oh man, I hope it doesn't.
Montana, the truth bombs is so amazing. I just love it.
Double H. Let me respond to what Mustara said.
I can't.
I want to say something about
It's
it.
happening, bro. Wait, chill. It's happening because I'm tired of the protection.
Yes. Bro.
We're done with the excuses. We're done with it.
Finish your point.
Bro, I'll just say one thing. With this kind of mentality and this kind of behavior, bro, you're partying, you're going to the concerts, you're enjoying your birthday parties. Okay, fine, but at least perform on the pitch. Do something for yourself. Like, come on, man. You keep on saying I'm getting injured. No, man, bro. Like that's look at the salaries your wages you earn, bro. Weekly wages, bro. That's like not a normal person can even.
And also, wait, very quickly, Munsa, do you know why do you know the whole injury thing? People say, oh, it's not his fault. It is his fault. You know why it is Neymar's fault?
Yes.
Because anybody who's played football will know a guy who is showboating, you're going to break his legs. You showboating, doing skills and everything, it's going to anger the opposition and they're going to try and break your legs.
Then again, double H. That is his style. That is how we play.
Bro. And
Showboating.
That's his style.
I agree.
I didn't get to speak.
Wait. Over here, like some people will come with the claim that Ronaldinho will show, but look at the toughness of Dino. The way he used to work on his feet in his gym, for hard training drills, bro. He used to come with. So, bro, this guy, and you know what? This guy is like not even that level, bro. For me, this guy is a clown, man, and he will never win the Ballon d'Or, bro. Because no way, man.
No.
That's it, bro. Go ahead.
We're done with the excuses.
I got a hardcore chill, and I think that he want to say something. All I'm saying, the very good point that he brought in. Dino was always loved by everybody. Everybody. Did Dino ever dive? Just
no.
Was Dino ever known as a diver? People loved him because Dino played with a smile on his face. There was not an air of arrogance about him. So even when he did his crazy skills, people applauded him because it's like, no, you're bringing the streets to football. You're bringing joy to the game.
I think it's unfair to
ever insult Ronaldinho's name by putting him in that same breath as this joker, please.
See.
Okay.
Briefly,
and then I'll go to hardcore here.
No, I just wanted to say basically.
I haven't said anything.
No, it's fine. Go for it. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I actually don't want to touch Muntahan, what Muntahan has said, because it's perfect. I just want to add to what they say. In the from the Barcelona days and the PSG days, Neymar has suffered 5 injuries at the same position that at the like in their ankle. He has suffered 5 injuries in the same like position in their ankle. So if shout out to Daniel from Talking Tactics, he made a very good point. Maybe PSG know what everybody doesn't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Neymar is sufferable to that kind of injury, and if he gets one serious injury in that position, maybe his career is totally done. So he's not gonna win any Ballon d'Or. He's not even gonna come close to it. This chance wasn't like the closest that he came was in, I think it was in 2015, and that's about it. He's not doing anything in PSG. Whether he stays at PSG, whether he stays at where he goes to Barcelona, he's not doing anything. Hazard will win three Ballon d'Ors. Mbappe will win like 5 Ballon d'Ors before Neymar. Nah,
No,
it's
that's not. That's
Yeah,
not,
but
no.
also
Okay, so,
he's not doing anything.
wait, I'm gonna go to Abdullahi then Ahmed. Abdullahi.
Yeah, I understand what Muntaha said. It was really right. We can never compare Ronaldinho to Neymar.
Never.
Neymar is a joke. We always know that. But for Barca fans, they will never agree. People keep saying that because I am a Chelsea fan, I'm biased. I am not biased. I will keep saying it every day and every day. Eden Hazard is more far better than Neymar. He is one top three. I will go with Hazard before even choosing Neymar at all. I've never seen a day Hazard will go injury prone for a whole
Neymar is
season.
better than Hazard.
He's been saying he's carrying Chelsea. No,
No.
Hazard is not an individual player. He's a collective player. He plays with a team. Neymar is always showboating. Every match he does it every day. He showboat. He wants to show himself. I'm the best player in the world. Then show yourself. You left
Neymar's a better
PSG.
player.
You left
I
Barcelona
don't-
for one
I'm not
reason.
making sense.
Wait,
Just to be the
wait.
best player in the world.
Actually, I want to
Let
add
him land.
something, bro.
Let him land.
Points, man. Abdullahi, finish.
You left Barcelona for one just to become the best player in the world to PSG. Now you're not showing anything, and you want to go back again. That is absolutely joke. I
Okay,
can't
wait.
believe that.
You can respond.
Wait, easy. Okay, before I go to, because Ahmed wants to stop. Before I go to Ahmed, then Dahir. Before I go to Ahmed, you're already hardcore. I will let you speak. So before I go to Ahmed,
Okay.
I am taking Hazard over Neymar in 2019, 100%, because I know
Possibly.
Hazard
Because he's injured.
can be more effective for me than Neymar. Neymar is more talented. He's one of the most talented guys in the world. I don't give a damn about talent. Screw talent. What can you do for me on a flipping pitch in a high pressure game?
No way. Double H. Neymar's more effective as well.
Yeah,
No way.
I'll respond to it. Double H.
No way.
Yeah,
being effective.
No way. Neymar is more effective, bro.
Sorry, doing all that stuff in Liga means nothing. What have you done in the CL against what? Celtic? Sorry. Or I said we're going to go to Ahmed.
yeah, so I don't think Neymar's going to win the Ballon d'Or ever in his career, and I think what Muntaha said was perfect. But also, I'd like to add that there are a lot of other great players that I think will have fantastic seasons, though definitely top Neymar. Like you have Hazard at Real Madrid, which Hazard in 2019 is a better player. And let's forget not even mentioning any of the great Liverpool players or any of the other Real Madrid players that could potentially challenge him for it.
No. Yeah.
Okay. Hardcore.
Okay, I'm so happy with what everybody is saying. This is what I'm gonna say, okay. Dino is better than Laessi and Neymar combined. It's
Wait,
right.
guys, I have to respond. This is too much.
Jujman, let him
This is just fine.
combine.
Because Dino, okay, has literally single-handedly carried a team to a UCL. He's won a World Cup. Neymar's not won a World Cup. He's only won a UCL. So
Fair enough.
my thing, and how would I say this? Okay, but my thing here is, I personally think, and I know a lot of people might say that I sound crazy and so forth. I think that literally, I'm gonna say this. I think that Leroy Sané is way better than Neymar.
What?
And here's why. Because
He's not even a starter.
no. Listen, Salah. Listen, this is the thing. Okay? Neymar has gotten injury prone every single time. He's not shown anything. He's not single-handedly won a UCL with PSG. He's now won a World Cup. But you know something,
The
though?
disrespect on Neymar is too much.
Exactly.
I understand all the
Swear.
criticism, but come
The
on.
advantage
Let
I'll
us speak,
give
let us
over
speak.
Neymar,
Land,
the
land.
advantage that I'll give over Neymar is he's won a Confederations Cup and Messi has not won a federation. That's all I'm gonna say.
No, okay, wait, but just going off hardcore. So let's look at Neymar's achievements. Champions League. You were a
Best
sideshow.
player.
Easy. Champions League, you were a sideshow to Messi and the cannibal, a peak cannibal.
No, but
Yep.
Federations
he-
Who's the best player?
That
Top
Neymar- no,
scorer.
no,
Who is the
no,
best player?
Champions League.
Confederations Cup. Yeah, sure.
21 years old or
Olympic.
20.
Olympics.
No, Neymar's
Was he
achieved a
another
lot in
20 years
Korea,
old?
though.
So
Oh
he's
my
achieved,
God.
he's achieved more than Hazard.
let me list a man's achievements, man. Don't be rude. Let me list a man's achievements. So we have Olympics.
You guys know Varane is better than Neymar. Varane is better than.
Let man.
No, he's not.
Oh my God.
Olympics, Confederations Cup, and a Champions League that was given to you by Messi and a peak cannibal.
Oh, that's unfair to be
No,
honest.
he contributed. No way. They don't win
Bro. No. But if you
Wait,
compare,
let
like,
me respond
no.
first. Like, I haven't even.
No,
Yeah,
Neymar-
go on, tell before.
guys, if you're gonna okay, but before I let you guys respond,
Yeah.
if you tell me that Neymar was the main reason they won that Champions League, you were
He wasn't the main reason, but he was a big part of
Yeah,
He's a
it.
big
basically,
fan. MSN.
Neymar,
There's
the-
no
the
MSN
thing
without
was-
him.
No, it was Xavi and Iniesta. Xavi and Iniesta's
Oh,
doing. Xavi
come
and
on.
Iniesta's
No,
doing.
No way. Neymar was more important than
Wait,
those
wait,
two.
let,
Hell no.
chill.
Xavi and Iniesta won it.
Super chats from original base Annie who says, K3, give me the Ghana leaves you're smoking. Hopefully you're not smoking any Ghana leaves, bro.
No, I'm being
Definitely
true
are.
bombs and facts. That's all I deal with.
So Jujuman and then here. Jujuman.
all right, okay. Like the last 5 minutes has been tough. So, but here, I'll respond. People say Neymar is like he comes back worse from the injury, which is false. Neymar has been better every time he came back from an injury. He came back stronger. And the other thing with this knee injury is the same issue. Tosin told me with basketball with Steph Curry, he had the same issues for anyone that watches basketball with his knee, and he had his stress test his knee that he bench pressed. He was the second guy. This guy's knee became. It was strong. So with Neymar, he can come back from that knee injury. It's not a big deal. Players have come back from that. And another thing is, Neymar is. I mean, I'll get back to the Ronaldinho comment, but as far as with his lifestyle, I agree that it's like not showing up for your last practice. That was rude. But I mean, if there's a fashion show going on in Paris, Neymar Jr. has to be there. He's a brand. The man is too big. Like I don't even. The guy has no. Yeah, he's a brand. He's a
You
huge
can give
brand.
an excuse.
Look,
Come on.
look,
now.
the man.
No more excuses.
No. He's a brand. Look. If there's a fashion show in Paris, this guy has to be there. Look.
You have to be on the
No.
pitch.
Look at the man has 100 million followers on Instagram. I don't even know 20 people, and he's huge.
Those are fake.
No, it's real. It's a huge brand. He has to be there. So that's understandable. And then
what has this guy done to deserve for himself to be a brand? What the hell have you done?
He's gone to the fashion show. That's
Yes,
it.
what have you done?
No.
He's gone to the fashion show.
Look, okay, well, look at his country. This guy led Brazil in the 2014 World Cup at home. He was 21 years old. Name me a 21-year-old leading a country. He didn't lead anything. He was the main star. And then
Original Ronaldo.
yeah, and then
You have to answer me. Wait.
no, and then wait, what's the other thing? People call him. People call him.
Let me ask a simple question. Just a simple question. This is for the group.
Yeah.
What major trophy did Neymar lead a team to?
Fashion show.
Confederation.
Even Varane won a World Cup. Neymar couldn't win a World Cup. Are you kidding me?
20
Varane won a World Cup.
20 years old. That's a huge deal. There's no 20-year-old that's doing that. And wait, and I haven't finished. And people say Neymar is a diver. I mean, did we forget about Robin? Why are we picking up on Neymar? He's a certified diver. He just dives every time. And why are we picking up on Neymar? And then the other thing with the Ronaldo, and then how is Hazard better than Neymar? I mean, let's hope Hazard even comes back in shape.
World Cup final. And Robin has been to 2 World Cup finals, so I don't know.
Another thing, with the Barcelona move, doesn't make any sense financially. Barca have the wage bill is over. It's $500 million or close to $500 million. There's no way there's any player is taking a pay cut. And adding Neymar too, it just financially doesn't make sense. So that's why I won't leave it at you.
AJ, I want to respond away. AJ, I want to respond away. Please.
Wait.
Ronaldinho.
You've talked. I'm going to go to Saha. They're here.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to say the first thing I agree with is that Ronaldinho and Neymar should not be compared. I agree with that. Ronaldinho is another level altogether. But secondly, I wanted to say I think Neymar gets an unfair rap on this hangout because obviously the World Cup hasn't been great for him. The level of expectation is high because people know how talented he is, but to diminish what he's done so far in his career is unfair because I think he's contributed quite heavily to Barcelona winning the treble that season. Nobody's saying he was more important than Lionel Messi, but there's an argument to be had that he has done better than Suarez in 14, 15, and the following season after that. So I think Neymar, for me, obviously he can do better, but to say, obviously, I don't agree with what Hardcore said about Sane. I mean, that's ridiculous. You don't
Kanye
want
has
to
been
compare
to a
Sane.
World Cup final.
Ignore,
What are you
no, no,
talking
Dahir,
about?
Dahir, Dahir,
Yeah,
Dahir,
doesn't matter.
ignore
Kanye has
hardcore,
been
bro.
to a
Ignore
World
hardcore.
Cup final.
Yeah,
He's been to a
Ignore
World Cup.
also,
hardcore.
I rated Hazard highly. So when I say Neymar's better than him, that's not a disrespect to Hazard. But I do agree that Hazard has had a better 2019.
Okay.
Iron
Musa.
Robin has been to 2 World
Hey,
Cup
Church,
finals.
man, look, man. We have all like I guess in 17, 18 season, we have at the end of the season, we have all live example in front of us. PSG won Lega. Where was Neymar? Neymar was partying back in Brazil, and the team was celebrating in Paris. It shows the difference, bro. He don't care about your club.
But
The problem, bro, if you have this kind of attitude, bro, who's going to flip and respect you except your own fanboys?
yeah,
You know,
Well, I partially
bro.
agree, but I partially agree with the attitude. He has an attitude problem, but you have to understand Montado. He's a brand, though. When the brand is huge. Like, if there's something going on, like this guy. I mean, let's say in Paris, not Brazil, because that's too far. But in Paris, I mean, it's understandable if Neymar misses, because
Juju,
the brand is
brother,
understandable.
Juju, brother, listen to me, brother. What I'm saying to you is that Messi also have a brand. There are so many
No,
people like at the time.
Thank you.
No, like come on,
Monta.
man.
Thank you.
Cristiano also have a brand. Every player have a big brand,
Exactly.
bro. You
Even
cannot just say
Balotelli
that.
has a
Oh,
brand.
like you have to focus on your marketing, you know, because
Neymar
there are
doesn't
PR
have
teams for
bigger
you.
brand than Cristiano.
Yeah,
Bro,
it's close, but what's it called?
It's not.
Neymar is the biggest. Cristiano is 34 years old. No one cares about this guy.
No. I'm saying in terms of brand, bro. Where Neymar is going
True.
around, like you're saying,
True.
like he wants to get into the brands, bro. Fine, you do that. But the way he's showing his attitude, bro, off the pitch, bro. Come on, man. Like
Can I
that
say
kind of
something?
behavior.
Can I say something?
No. On top of that, I just having to finish over here. Okay, like Juju, because I know in advance you're going to come and attack on Ronaldinho's subject, bro. Just go and see the 2006 lineup for the Barcelona team won
Thank
the
you.
Champions League, and
Thank
just
you.
see the lineups of 2015 Barcelona
Thank
team,
you.
bro. That's
Thank
that
you.
gigantic difference, bro. And
Difference. Thank you.
Ronaldinho was the guy who carried that Barcelona, who made them relevant
Hallelujah,
in Champions
Monta.
League.
You're heading
true.
it
Bro,
straight.
That's
because
true.
at that time, Madrid, like, in front of Madrid, Barcelona wasn't a relevant club.
Can
And
I say
so
something?
Rijkaard, yeah, he took that Barcelona side. So that's what I was
Thank
to
you.
say. That.
Right
And
card, man.
you,
Right card.
that's it.
Thank you,
That's
Can I
Monta.
say something?
Thank you.
Yeah, go
Thank
ahead,
you.
go ahead.
Hallelujah.
So
Monta.
what's it called regarding this brand thing? I mean, I'm sorry, but that's just not. That's a horrible excuse.
Even
Like,
Balotelli
how
has a
can you
brand.
your
100
having a
million
big
followers.
It's not
brand
relevant.
be more important than your career? Like we've seen Ronaldo. He's most of his career he's had the biggest brand by far, and you've never seen Ronaldo going to what fashion shows instead of training or fashion show prioritizing his brand over his career. I'm sorry, man, but no top professional with a brand does that if they're gonna reach anywhere in their career, and that just
Wait,
shows his mentality.
and
Really.
The year
response. When has
2019
Neymar
is done
prioritized?
with
Like everyone
excuses.
knows. Let's be honest. Everyone knows Neymar is there for the Champions League. So if he misses the Liga game, it doesn't mean anything. No one cares. Liga, no one cares. Champions League.
No,
And what did he do? His teammates
you
let him
can't have
down.
that
What is he
mentality.
supposed to do? What is he
You
supposed
can't
to do?
have
Like,
that mentality.
what is he supposed to do? Like his teammates let him down. What is he supposed to do? Like show up to another Liga? Like anyone cares if he wins another Liga?
Yeah.
No one cares. So it's all about Champions
No,
League, and
no,
we
no,
all know that.
no.
If we
Wait.
criticize him on the
Juju,
Champions League,
Juju,
fair, but the league, I mean, no one cares.
Juju. But it cares, you know, in a sense for yourself, bro. It shows your desire, commitment for the team. For a layman, it's nothing. But if you see from a PSG fan's perspective, when you arrive with your team and you didn't celebrate it with them, you were in Brazil partying, and your team won like come on, bro. That's
I know
that's
Okay,
it,
okay,
that,
okay,
that I
Munta,
agree
okay,
with that. That
Munta.
does
Wait,
show a
wait,
lack
okay,
of
okay,
yeah.
okay, Munta.
Anyway,
Can anyone here tell me Neymar starts the first season at PSG? Because it was really impressive and no one cared.
I agree.
Can anyone tell me he starts for their
Bro,
Liga?
bro,
'Cause
bro.
it
Did
was
he win the
like, it was
UCL? Did he win
amazing
the
and no
UCL?
one cared.
Did he win the
Exactly,
UCL?
exactly,
Did he win the
exactly. You're
UCL?
proving my
Tyson
point.
too much.
Did he
No
win
one
the
Nah,
cared.
nah,
UCL?
nah, nah,
That's
nah,
all.
bro,
That's all that matters.
Guys,
bro.
it's
It's league on.
Exactly. You're all proving my point. That's all that matters. So
Come on,
judging
bro,
it
bro,
just
come
based on
on.
the
Mitch is
league
this
is
Mitch
But as a
is dragging a
as a
lot.
team
Mitch
player,
is
your
conversation.
team wins a league title. You don't not celebrate with them.
Carry this on next.
you
All
still
I'm
have to
saying is
celebrate with them. But
that-
anyway,
Bro,
he's a,
bro, it's
wait. All I'm saying is this: if Neymar returns back to Barcelona, the brand is completely and utterly destroyed. Guys, peace out. Stay trusty.